Hey guys, welcome to my new movie review for the what IMDb calls Fast Track. But the movie that I purchased on DVD is called The Ex, as in the ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, but it's actually classified on IMDb as Fast Track. That's weird. I literally just discovered that. It came out in 2006. It goes for an hour and a half. It's rated M and it's a comedy romance. That's so weird. Fast Track. I did not know that's when it first came out on when it was released on DVD. It was literally called The X. I never knew of it as any other name. So that's totally random, and yeah, that's really random. So before I go into this movie review, guys, I just wanted to let you know about a character at the beginning of the film that comes that has another two parts at the end of the film and a post credit scene. Fun fact: there's a few post credit scenes in this, but he comes in at the end of the film. But he has such a small character at the beginning of the film that if you actually didn't realize who he was at the beginning, the joke at the end won't make sense. And that guy is, so they call him Paco, but the guy not the character's name is Paco, but the guy in real life is Yul Vasquez Paco. So so when you see him at the beginning of the film in the kitchen, Zach Braff, who in the movie is Tom Riley, when it's like they're best friends and in the chef when they're cooking, and then later on at the end of the movie there's a little joke in there, and the guy on the other end of the phone that you see, and he's like at a singlet. We call it a singlet over here. I think you guys call it a wife beater. They're sitting there, and he's ironing. He's not ironing. He has an ironing board. He's on the phone. But that guy at the end of the film is the guy at the start. Now, the only reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, is because just rewatching it just then, I thought to myself, I wonder how many people missed that, because it's something that would be actually easily to miss if you weren't looking for it. And do you know what I mean? It's one of those jokes. It's in no disrespect to the movie in any way, shape, or form, but it's not a very cleverly thought out joke, purely because of the fact of how small his scene was at the beginning. Like, it didn't really. I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's pretty crazy actually, the beginning of the movie. But one of the things in this movie that I really, really, really liked, and I thought it was pretty funny. It's not hilarious, and you kind of hate him for it, to be honest with you. But Paul Rudd has a really small cameo right at the beginning of this movie, and he's like the hotel manager. Man, I've never seen Paul Rudd such a jerk before in a movie. He's a real a-hole in this movie, but he owns the character and he does really well, really, really good job as the head chef character, like as the manager type role. Amanda Peet as Sophia is in this movie as well, and Jason Bateman as Chip. Now, one of the things that I have to give a shout out here real quick, and I know this is kind of random, but if you guys haven't seen Ozark on Netflix, that has Jason Bateman. He's the main star of of the Netflix series. Man, I'm really gutted that I don't think they're doing any more of that. And if they are, I'm going to be over the moon, because I absolutely love that series. It is brilliant, and Jason Bateman kills in that. I keep saying TV. I mean, I guess it is TV, but that Netflix series, it's amazing. Guys, also Charles Grodin as Bob Kowalski is in this movie, and man alive. Ah, I gotta tell you about this scene. Now, rewatching this movie, I was like, it just was. Honestly, it lost its. It wasn't as funny as I remember, to be honest, which really sucks, because this is quite an old film. But there's a scene in this movie, guys, where Bob's character touches a lamp. And I'm not going to give anything away. Go and see it. Go and see The X. But what happens? His response. He's all beautiful and mellow and chilled out. And then he touches the lamp. And the way he reacts to touching that lamp, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I laughed at that scene so hard that I remember maybe 2 years ago, a guy, I used to live with some friends, and a guy that lived in that house, we watched it together and we just lost it. We laughed so hard. Chris, if you're watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, brother. We watched it and we laughed so hard because that specific scene, I cried laughing. And I genuinely mean that, guys. I laughed so hard at that scene. When you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, and just in case you know what this is the yes ball. When you see the movie, guys, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about right there. This isn't one of those movies. I feel like this is one of those movies, guys, that has that nostalgic factor for anyone who really liked the TV show Scrubs, because the lead guy is out of Scrubs and he was the lead guy in Scrubs. And I feel like this is one of those movies that you either appreciated and really liked the show Scrubs, and so you followed his career, Zek, however you say his name's career, and so you would have watched I'm going to call it The X because that's the movie that I know it as, but apparently it's also Fast Track, which is that's first I've ever heard about it. So that was so random looking at IMDb. I couldn't find it, and then it was right down the list, and it came up, and just as I started this movie review, I just realized it was called The X. So random, man. That's so random. So guys, as you know, I like trivia, and the trivia in this movie was actually so boring that there's no point in talking about it. I'm not even kidding you. I went to read it and I'm like, no, that's not even worth it. It's literally about two characters' birthdays being the same and being like 10 years apart, but they share the same birthday. Fun fact, there's a trivia for you. You're welcome. Guys, I don't know if this is a rewatchability movie. I don't know if it is. But it's not the worst movie. It really isn't. It's got some really, really nice character. Now, I just want to talk about Chip for a second. I personally really didn't like Jason Bateman's character in this movie. His name's Chip in this movie. And I just didn't like him. I don't really understand how to explain what I didn't like about him. And I think he was just deliberately just a jerk. I really, 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 really didn't like his character in it. He just was really out to be a bad guy. But without spoiling anything, when you see the result of him being such a jerk, he gets what's coming to him. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to go into it any further than that. Guys, thank you so much for watching this movie review. I really appreciate it. Have you seen The X/Fast Track? So random. Have you seen it? Leave your comments below and let me know if you've seen it. And if you have seen it, what did you think about this movie? I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Please do leave a like if you like this movie review. If you didn't like this movie review, if you got some feedback, please let me know. I love feedback, but don't be rude about it, obviously. Guys, thank you again so much. I really appreciate your time. And until my next review, please don't forget to click the bell for notifications. As soon as I drop something, you'll get something up. And until my next review, you take care of yourselves. See you then. Bye.